I am learning that the end is simply the beginning of a new journey, one where love is eternal. With each passing day, I find more beauty in the small moments I once overlooked. I want to leave behind a legacy not of wealth, but of kindness and gentle strength. Approaching the end, I understand that forgiveness frees the soul more than anything else ever could. I am grateful for the opportunity to make peace with my past. Before I say goodbye, the end has taught me to cherish not possessions, but the love that lives within others. I want to be remembered as someone who saw the good in others, even when it was hard. As life's flame flickers, I find comfort in knowing that love's light will never fade. I am learning to embrace each breath as a sacred gift, a chance to connect deeper. Approaching the end, I see that the real treasures are the relationships that shaped my heart. I want to say thank you for the laughter that brightened my days and the tears raised at the praise taught me strength. The nearing end reveals how powerful love is, stretching beyond time and space. I am grateful for the lessons pain taught me, for they softened my heart and opened my eyes. I want to leave behind a story of courage, hope, and unbreakable faith in the human spirit. Approaching the end, I find peace in the thought that I am part of something far greater. I am learning that every goodbye holds a promise of reunion in a different place, a different time. I want to hold on to the memories that made my heart sing, even as the days grow short. The final chapter has taught me that love is the one thing we carry beyond this life. I am grateful for the chance to heal old wounds and embrace the light within. I want to be remembered as someone who loved without conditions and gave without hesitation. Approaching the end, I see the beauty in impermanence and the strength in surrender. I am learning that peace comes from accepting the flow of life, not fighting against it. I want to leave behind a legacy of compassion, reminding others to cherish every soul they meet. The nearing end is a teacher of humility, showing me the true value of kindness and grace. I am grateful for the moments of silence that gave me space to reflect and grow. Approaching the end, I find comfort in knowing that I lived a life true to myself. I am learning that the heart's deepest wishes are often the simplest: to love and be loved. I want to leave behind memories that inspire others to find joy in the ordinary. The end is not a closing door, but a gentle opening to a new dawn. I am grateful for every sunrise that reminded me of hope and every sunset that whispered peace. I want to say thank you for the friendships that lifted me and the love that carried me. Approaching the end, I find strength in vulnerability and courage in acceptance. I am learning that true freedom comes when we release fear and embrace love. I want to leave behind a message of hope, reminding others that every moment counts. The nearing end teaches me that forgiveness is the key to unlocking peace. I am grateful for the chance to make amends and the courage to face my fears. I want to be remembered for the light I brought to others and the hope I inspired. Approaching the end, I see that love is the greatest gift we can give and receive. I am learning that the heart never forgets the power of kindness and grace. I want to leave behind a legacy of warmth, compassion, and unwavering love. The final journey is a sacred passage filled with moments of reflection and gratitude. I am grateful for every breath that allowed me to experience joy, pain, and growth. I want my last words to be a testament to the power of love to heal all wounds. Approaching the end, I find peace in knowing that my spirit will live on. Through those I love, I am learning that life's greatest lessons often come in its final moments. I want to leave behind memories that encourage others to live with courage and kindness. The nearing end reminds me that love transcends time, space, and even death. I am grateful for the moments of connection that make my life meaningful and rich. I want to say goodbye with a heart full of gratitude and a soul at peace. Approaching the end, I find strength in the love that has shaped my journey. I am learning that the true meaning of life is found in love, forgiveness, and compassion. I want to leave behind a legacy that inspires hope and spreads kindness. The final chapter is a sacred time to reflect on the beauty and fragility of life. I am grateful for the chance to love deeply and to be loved in return. I want my final days to be filled with moments of joy, peace, and connection. Approaching the end, I find comfort in the knowledge that love never truly dies. I am learning that peace comes from acceptance, forgiveness, and the courage to let go. When I look back, I realize life's final chapters are the most profound, filled with truths we often ignore. This is not just about dying, it's about truly living when time grows short. The countdown has begun, and every breath now carries a story worth telling. If I had only one last chance to speak, these are the words I choose to leave behind. I never realized how precious time was until I watched it slip through my fingers like grains of sand, one last sunset at a time. Approaching, the end is not about fear, but about embracing the day. When the days grow fewer, I find myself longing not for things, but for moments. The laughter, the tears, the silence shared with those I love. The end is not a curse, but a quiet invitation to reflect on every heartbeat, every breath, and every choice that shaped my story. I've been learned that regrets weigh heavier than failures. So now I carry only the memories I cherish most and let the rest fall away. As the horizon closes in, I am grateful for the imperfect beauty of my journey, the mistakes, the joys, and the endless hope. Life's final chapter is not about endings, but the legacy of love that echoes through every soul I touched. I am no longer chasing dreams. I am embracing the peace that comes when you finally let go of the need to control. The closer I get to goodbye, the clearer I see what truly matters. Kindness, forgiveness, and moments shared without pretense. Approaching the end is a mirror held up to my soul, showing me the strength in vulnerability and the grace in acceptance. If I could speak to my younger self, I'd say, live boldly, love fiercely, and never waste a second doubting your worth. Time feels fragile now, like a fragile glass sculpture. Beautiful, delicate, and fleeting, demanding my full attention. I realize the stories I told myself don't matter as much as the simple truths of love, connection, and forgiveness. Death is not the enemy, it's the final teacher who shows us the true meaning of living fully. In these final days, I find myself more alive than ever, fully present in every moment I have left. The end is a soft whisper, reminding me to cherish the small wonders I once took for granted. I want to be remembered not for my achievements, but for the love I gave freely and the compassion I showed quietly. As life's light dims, I am filled with gratitude for the chance to have loved and been loved in return. I'm learning that letting go is not losing, but gaining freedom from the burdens that weigh down the heart. The final journey teaches me humility, reminding me we are all fragile threads in the vast tapestry of existence. I want to leave behind footprints of kindness, not echoes of anger or words left unsaid. In the silence of approaching twilight, I hear the loudest truths about who I was and who I became. Facing the end strips away all illusions, revealing the purest essence of what it means to be human. I no longer fear the unknown, because I know that what I leave behind is the love that outlives death. This closing chapter is my chance to forgive myself and others, to find peace before the final curtain. The wisdom of a life nearing its end is that every moment is a gift, every breath a blessing. I want to hold my loved ones a little closer, speak a little softer, and forgive a little faster. The approaching end has given me the courage to be vulnerable, honest, and unapologetically myself. I've learned that the greatest treasures aren't things but memories woven in laughter and tears. When I look into the eyes of those I love, I see eternity reflected there. Hope that transcends time. The weight of years settles into a quiet grace, a gentle acceptance of what was and what will be. I don't dread the end, but I mourn the moments I wished I had lived more fully. The most profound lesson is that love is the only true immortality we possess. As I approach the final horizon, I'm not counting days, but the blessings that made those days meaningful. I want to tell the world that life's beauty is in its fragility, its fleeting, and its endless potential for love. Every ending whispers a beginning, an invitation to release fear and embrace peace. I want to be remembered as someone who loved deeply, lived honestly, and forgave freely. Approaching the end is a sacred moment to express gratitude for every breath, every heartbeat. I'm learning that acceptance is the final act of courage in a life well lived. The shadows of the past fade when illuminated by the light of forgiveness and love. The closer I get to the end, the more I realize life's true treasures were never things, but the moments we shared. I want to leave this world knowing I love deeply. At the edge of my days, I find that the end is not darkness, but a gentle light guiding me home to what truly matters. I am grateful for the chance to say goodbye with love and not with fear. Every breath now is a prayer, every heartbeat a reminder of how precious life truly is. Approaching the end, I see my story not as unfinished, but as a beautiful mosaic of love and struggle. I want my final moments to be filled with gratitude, reflection, and a quiet hope for those I leave behind. The approaching end has taught me that forgiveness is the greatest gift I can give myself. I am learning to embrace the silence between heartbeats and find strength in stillness. As I near the end, I see that I am learning that the end is simply the beginning of a new journey, one where love is eternal. With each passing day, I find more beauty in the small moments I once overlooked. I want to leave behind a legacy not of wealth, but of kindness and gentle strength. Approaching the end, I understand that forgiveness frees the soul more than anything else ever could. I am grateful for the opportunity to make peace with my past. Before I say goodbye, the end has taught me to cherish not possessions, but the love that lives within others. I want to be remembered as someone who saw the good in others. Even when it was hard, as life's flame flickers, I find comfort in knowing that love's light will never fade. I am learning to embrace each breath as a sacred gift, a chance to connect deeper. Approaching the end, I see that the real treasures are the relationships that shaped my heart. I want to say thank you for the laughter that brightened my days and the tears raised at the praise, carrying me through. As I face the final chapter, I find comfort in knowing my story will live on in the hearts of those I love. I want my last words to be a blessing, a message of hope for those who follow my path. The end is not a goodbye, but a promise that love never truly dies. I am learning to embrace the beauty in impermanence and the strength in vulnerability. I want to leave behind memories that inspire others to live boldly and love deeply. Approaching the end, I find peace in the truth that every ending holds a new beginning. I am grateful for the moments of joy, the tears of sorrow, and the lessons they brought. I want to say goodbye with an open heart, full of love and free of regret. The final days have taught me that the greatest wealth is found in love and compassion. I am learning to cherish the quiet moments, the gentle whispers of life's final song. I want to leave a legacy of hope, reminding others that even in endings there is light. Approaching the end, I see that true courage is found in acceptance and grace. I am grateful for the love that sustained me and the forgiveness that set me free. I want to be remembered, not for what I achieved, but for the love I gave and received. The end is a sacred journey, a passage from one form of love to another. I am learning that peace comes from living honestly and loving without fear. I want my final moments to be a celebration of a life lived with passion and purpose. Approaching the end, I find strength in the memories that bind me to those I love. I am grateful for the chance to leave this world with a heart full of gratitude. I want to say thank you for the laughter the tears, and the love that made life worth living. The nearing end has shown me that every moment is a gift and every breath a miracle. I am learning to let go of fear and embrace the peace that comes with acceptance. I want to leave behind a message of hope, reminding others that love never fades. Approaching the end, I find comfort in the knowledge that my spirit will live on. I am grateful for the kindness of strangers, the love of family, and the strength of friends. I want to be remembered for the joy I spread and the hope I inspired. The final journey is a reminder that life is precious, fragile, and beautiful beyond words. I am learning that forgiveness is the key to peace and love is the path to freedom. I want to leave behind a legacy of love, courage, and unyielding hope. Approaching the end, I find peace in the silence and strength in the stillness. I am grateful for every sunrise, every sunset, and every moment in between. I want my last words to be a testament to the power of love to heal and transform. The nearing end has taught me that life's greatest gift is the ability to love deeply. I am learning to embrace the unknown and find comfort in the mystery of what lies beyond. I want to leave behind memories that inspire others to live courage and compassion.